And here we go, baby. Welcome back to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. I'm your host, Raider Will, and I am here with part of my Misfit Crew. I got my boy, James. Let him know where you from and what you represent, baby.
Raiders!
Yo,
I'm James. I represent the Black Hole Military Chapter. You can find me on Instagram on either my Black Hole account or on my personal account. On my personal account, you can find me at Malibu_Black Hole, or on my chapter Instagram, you can find me at TBH_military_chapter.
You heard? Yo, and now, another man that needs no introduction. Ladies, he is single and ready to mingle. We got our boy, Raider Scrap.
man, I'll tell you what, I ain't taking no applications right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely right here, of course, representing Fort Hood, Texas, Central Texas. But I moved throughout the whole world. Okay, so yeah, just win, baby. We
Yes,
good.
sir. And hey, Scream, let them know if we want to go down there and see you where you're at. What bar you guys at down there in your location, my brother?
Hey, thank you, brother, for reminding me because I just left it because James just told me we needed to do this podcast. So I was like, okay, let me get in touch with Will and everything's good now. So if you come down to the Central Texas vicinity, come down to Tanks Pub and Grill down there on Veterans Memorial Boulevard in Killeen, Texas, 7654. I don't know. You can fill in the damn last digit to that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yo, fellas. And on today's show, what we're going to talk about is what do the Raiders do at QB? That is the biggest question of the offseason. I mean, like, if you guys were cooking up in the kitchen right now, it's on overdrive. It's the question on everybody's mind. You know, we got Pete Carroll, you got Chip Kelly, you got AOC in the stall, you got, freaking the mustache, you got Uncle Rico that we're probably gonna get rid of. You know, that he's gonna be gone, that's for sure. Guys, I wanna know what you guys think is gonna happen, whether they bring in a rookie or they bring in a veteran. James, I'm gonna start with you, brother. What is your solution to the Raiderbacks or the Raiders quarterback problem?
So my solution to the Raiders quarterback problem actually kind of is going to go into both avenues of both the rookie and the vet. Personally, I feel like we're going to need both. I feel like we need a veteran and a rookie to at least have a how you say, maybe an insurance policy in case one or the other doesn't work out, to at least get us through the season so we're not staring at Desmond Ritter taking the snap again. Because we know that was just atrocious. Um, Personally, I think for QB, I mean the draft is gonna just it's gonna be a give and take. You know what I mean? Because the draft, there's no predicting what's gonna happen. You know, you have the Titans who were sounding like they were gonna take a QB originally. Now, the Titans sound like they might go ahead and grab Travis Hunter possibly. So I mean, it could be a give or take, but personally, I feel like the answer the answer at QB is going to start with a vet, and I think that vet is either going to be Justin Fields, or if it's not going to be Justin Fields, then I think you maybe consider, if the Saints are willing to release Derek Carr, you might have to reconsider that
Oh
reunion.
man.
You know, now let me tell you why. Because if Derek Carr gets released from the Saints are going to be eating about $54 million in cap. It's going to be similar to the Russell Wilson situation. So what that would mean is that the Raiders will be able to snag Carr once more, but it would also mean they'd be willing to snag Carr at a veteran
Yeah,
minimum.
yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Now I'm gonna hit you back with this. Let's get on my boy Scream over here. I know he's waiting. He's been glistening. Yo, what is the solution at quarterback, Scream?
I mean, okay. Looking forward, moving from this point that we're at all the way to get to games live in September. There's gonna be a lot of transition, but I would definitely make sure that Aiden O'Connell stays as a Raider. Um, I think we do need to add somebody that's seasoned. I don't have a problem with DC coming back. DC, he's a Raider. Was he the best Raider? No. Was he the most paid Raider? Yeah. Uh, Russell Wilson. I know. James just mentioned. Yeah, I see. I know James just mentioned Fields. Fields is not a veteran, and I don't think Pittsburgh is gonna let Fields go. I think Fields is Pittsburgh's way forward. So Russell Wilson, he's gonna be shopped around. Will he make a good fit with Pete? I think they had a disturbance prior years prior, so I think they can probably part ways with that. But he's an option. He's an option. He did pretty good for the time period that he did in Pittsburgh. Not too much for them Broncos, but uh definitely DC is. I think DC is a solid pick. I mean that's just my insight. I mean he didn't do much wrong, but he was just there, just cutting the medium uh to what the success of the Raiders is supposed to be, which is just win,
No,
baby.
absolutely, absolutely. Now, guys, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you guys with this. All right, James. I like what you're talking about when we're talking about a dual-headed attack on this situation. Let's be real about it, fellas. We need to one, find a veteran. I like the Justin Fields look. Justin Fields is athletic. Chip Kelly runs an RPO. He excels in RPO. He excels in running the football. When people look at an athletic guy, now I know Sam Darnold is a guy that people have looked at to be. He's a fuck no. He's a year
I'm
wonder.
all.
Okay, hey, let's be real. Hey, he's a 1 year guy. He didn't show me anything before this, and you're going to give him top level money. To me, absolutely not. Okay. Now, Justin Fields, I like the idea of him coming in because he's not going to get this top level money. He's not going to get this guy that, hey, and if you bring in a rookie, it's not going to be like, hey, he knows he's competing for his spot. People have thought about Aaron Rodgers. To me, hell no. Heck no. I
Yeah.
don't want those problems. I don't want those issues. And he's going to eat up way too much of the salary cap, fellas. Let's be real. He's going to eat up a ton of cash. Now, when we look at the draft, a lot of people are going to say with the sixth pick, we have to pick a quarterback. I don't necessarily believe that is true. Now, to pick a top level guy that we're looking at, if we're talking about Sanders and Ward, which are the two top quarterbacks, tell me what year you haven't had to be in the top three to draft one. Now,
As
but
yeah.
there's quality guys, Scream. There's quality guys that are after that. I like Blackburn Dart.
Yeah,
And I tell you what, though, with the sixth pick, the only way you pick Jackson Dart, in my opinion, okay, and I'm going to let you guys know this, is because he's screaming up, yeah, and he's screaming up charts right now. I see him as a quality second round pick. In the second round, I definitely see him, James, what you're saying, that he's a quality pick in the second. But to say that we're going to spend the sixth pick on a project quarterback, a guy that is not finished, a guy that's, and most of, let's be real, all the guys in the draft are not finished. We have to look at that and
no.
say, yo, that is not worth the sixth pick. We need to get a BPA, and I hate to say it because we did it this year at that spot. Fellas, James, hit me back with it, baby.
All right. So my my philosophy is going to be very quick and to the point. Okay, round one, pick 6. If he is here, you grab him. And I'll talk about my boy, Shadeur Sanders, Mr. Primetime Jr. If Primetime Jr. is sitting right there at pick 6, you grab Shadeur Sanders. I don't give a rat's ass. You know why? Because at the end of the day, the number one thing that Mark Davis cares about is putting asses in those seats. And that's exactly what you're going to get when you get Shadeur Sanders. Now, if you were to pair Shadeur Sanders with the correct veteran approach, like maybe a Justin Fields, or dare I say, what if Pete Carroll is cooking up something for a good old friend named Geno Smith? Geno Smith, hold on. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Now, now, hear me out. If Shadeur Sanders is not available, okay, this is in the event Shadeur Sanders is not available. What I would do if I was the Raiders, I would I would I would look towards my options of possibly trading back. And the reason I would look into trading back, hear me out. So if you trade back, and I would trade back, and my asking price would be whatever team's first round pick and an additional
Ooh,
second.
I like that.
So now hear me out. So now if you trade back, right? So you're gonna get your first spot. So maybe let's say you can get your let's say you get pick 31. Okay? Sanders is gone, whatever. Right there. That to me that's Jackson Dart.
Good.
Right there. Round 1, pick 31, low round 1. Boom, you got your QB. Now you come into round 2, you got 2 picks. When I look at that, to me that could be your first pick of round 2, running back.
I can see that. I like what you're saying.
First pick around 2, a running back. And then you come in your second pick around 2, you go ahead and continue to build that offensive line.
Jay, I like it, Jay. I like the idea. I'd be like, I love the idea of moving back and getting more acquisitional picks to fill more holes, as in our team is not one player away from being a championship team. We are several players away, and that gives us another solution. Now, Brother Screen, what do you think about Brother James's idea of moving back from the? I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna tell you like this: half a Raider Nation right now, when they're watching this video, they're saying, James, f you, you're freaking crazy. We need to draft the best quarterback available at 6. I'm telling you right now because hey, that's just how Raider Nation is. We are never happy. We drafted Brock Bowers and we're still complaining. So, Scream, let us know what you think about Brother James's idea of moving back and acquiring more picks and filling more.
Interesting. Yeah, Brother James' perspective on draft. If he was a GM, first off, none of us are GMs. We're all just Raider Nation brothers and
And couch
sisters, and that's
potatoes.
how we should.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Bill, uh, just win, baby. Uh, so nothing is no better than the next. Brother James is intriguing. I I honestly, I'm not a Shadeur Sanders dude. I don't have no desire to go down that road with that young man for the next 10 years. Would you say? Uh, Cam Ward, he'll pretty much be gone. Pretty sure. I hope the Raiders don't try to move up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to move back makes sense. Honestly, I would grab a little bit more than just their first round pick and their second round pick, though. I would get their next 2 first round picks and their second round pick this year. I'd get their 2025 first round pick and their 2025 second round pick and their 2026 first round pick as well, because it's gonna take a little time. I don't think that we're gonna move from last to first right now. I think we can go from last to damn near first though. Damn near first, which would mean that the Chiefs are in a crumbling mode right now. They're not all that they have been over the past 5 years, we'll say. Uh, I would go with Jackson Dart is so intriguing. He really is. But honestly, generational talent. Ashton Gentry is a beast. Like you don't get too many running backs. You don't get too many running backs. I know he's coming out of Boise State. They're like, oh, he played in a weak division. Well, those that do not watch college football and they just watch Raider football or NFL pro ball, they don't understand. Ashton Gentry could have played in the SEC, which is the biggest conference. He didn't want to take all them hits. He preserved his youth. We could say he preserved his youth in order to progress in his professional life. So I think Ashton Gentry is a top 10 pick in any organization. Uh, if he's available, I say go get him. And I think that we could still get Jackson Dart in the second round with the 32 plus 6, 38th
Okay.
pick.
All right, guys. So what I want you guys to do is like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let us know if you guys think, hey, Brother Scream's idea is good, or if you think our brother James hit the nail on the head, or if he's crazy as hell. Yep. Again, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys being on here, man. We got TBH Fort Hood in the house. We got TBH Military Chapter in the house. And it's the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. And guys, it's all about one nation. It's all about one team. It's all about the raw.